Hello everyone, on these occasions I will present the 26th chapter of Reading the Winged Horse. Here we will discuss how imagination plays an important role in the art of public speaking. Next, imagination is the ability or process of forming mental image. This image can be based on something real or something completely fictitious, even combinations of both. There are two main types of imaginations. The first one is reproductive imaginations. This imagination serves to reproduce or recall images or experiences that have been experienced before. For examples include remembering the smells of your favorite food, the sounds of lightning, or a beautiful sight you've seen. The second is productive imaginations. Productive imaginations is the ability to create something new based on existing experiences. Next is the role of imaginations in life. It helps us understand complex situations such as solving problems, designing business strategies, or even crafting compelling stories. Next is types of mental imagery. There is 4 points. First one is visual imagery, recalling or imagining scenes we have seen. For example, picture your breakfast table this morning. Can you see it in detail? Second one is auditory imagery, imagining specific sounds. For example, recall the sounds of wood cracking during a storm or a dog barking. Third is motor imagery, reliving physical sensations of movement. For example, is imagine the sensations of jumping into cold water, and the last is tactile imagery, imagining the sensations of touch. For example, is the feel of velvet fabric or a rock surface under your hand. Next is imaginations important in public speaking. Speakers can relive relevant emotions to reinforce the message. For example, when talking about loss, you can recall your personal experience to make the feeling feel real on stage. Instead of stating facts flatly, use imaginations to describe the situations. For example, instead of saying poverty is a big problem, picture a family lacking food with starving children. This resonates more with the audience. Next is how to develop the habit of imaginations. This is very important and we can prepare for it like train yourself to remember image, sounds or smells vividly. For example, recall a particular moment in the past with all the details, such as the smell of a favorite food or the mood of a particular morning. Try to create a story based on the elements you see. For example, if you see someone reading a book in a park, imagine the background or future of that person and learn different forms of language styles such as personifications and metaphor. In conclusion, imagination is a very powerful tool in public speaking. In both speech preparations and delivery, the ability to create and control mental image helps the speakers to be more effective in delivering the message. Consistent practice will help you develop this ability so that your speakers become more engaging, powerful, and memorable.